Earlier I did a video uh, giving a demonstration of various kinds of longbows that have been turning out in my shop. And this is one that is not what you call non-composite, meaning it's not made up of various layers such as was common with the Japanese and the samurai tradition. But this bow is solid, but it has the shape and the makings of the idea of a samurai Yumi Bow that I turned out back just before Christmas holidays. And you can see it has a recurve at the top limb, straight down on this. Most of the meaning business part of the bow is at the top. To me, this really demonstrates the keenness of their intelligence, this culture, the samurai, and understand about ballistics and such as this. You know, this is the grip made out of rawhide, and notice that it is not dead center, say in the traditional European or English or German type longbow, but comes all the way down toward about within maybe 18 inches of the bottom of the limb, leaving a very whole lot of room up here at the top. See the point of my finger and where I have grip. Estimated about 48 inches or something in the neighborhood of about almost 200 centimeters, as opposed to maybe about 75 centimeters here. But this serves as stabilization for the shooter and sort of an anchor. When he pulls back, most of the thrust is going to be concentrated here. And even though this bow traditionally essentially comes at no more than about maybe 35 pound pull, give it a show, down into the lift of my nose where it ought to start for me, about maybe 19-20 inches. You can see how, if you look at the top, you see how much thrust that it offers. I want to do one demonstration, a couple of shots that should show you just how very formidable, very challenging, and very dangerous this particular weapon can be to a dangerous animal or a dangerous person, like in warfare. The samurai used them both for hunting, but also in terms of warfare. And I think this particular bow proved itself to be just as much of a challenge to somebody on the wrong end of it as the English longbow or other traditional types that were used back in the Middle Ages. I make my own arrows, of course. Goes in, as you can see, most of the concentration is way up, as I said before, only about maybe 19 inches down to the bottom part of the limb. Always try to make it a point to fire from a side angle, which allows me to get a good rifle-like aim, like looking down the barrel of a rifle toward the target. It really amazes me the ingenuity of these people, how they could design things such as this. Yes. I'm going to try for a heart shot. See if we can get that. I'm standing off, by the way, at about 25 yards from the target. Very good, very close. Yes. I'm going to put 2 more in, see where I go with that. Just below the heart. The movie Last Samurai really turned me on, especially during the parts in there showing the way they use their Yumi Bows against the enemy who were armed with muskets. Oh yes, straight in there just about. Very good. I'm going to try for one more. It's lacking a fletching. I need to add one to it. But let's see what it does. Sometimes they break off there before they clear the bowl. Okay. Didn't mount too much. There we are. Get a view showing where they went. Looked like some pretty death-dealing shots that were made at 20 to 25 yards. I would not underestimate or laugh at this kind of bow ever. I think it really has a way of outdoing itself.